Rajahati yada kaman. When a person gives up all, kama means material desires. Any desire which is not for the satisfaction of Krishna, when we directly want to enjoy our senses, that is called kam. Atmendriya priti vancha tare bali kam. It just does not mean only the gross sexual desire, but kama means any kind of desire which is meant for direct enjoyment of senses without pleasing the senses of Krishna. So, person whose consciousness is absorbed in transcendence, who is Krishna conscious, prajahati yada kaman, he gives up all such desires. Why he gives up such desires? Because significant word used here is sarvan partha manogatan. These material desires are actually the result of mental concoction. This is very important. Our mind suggests us something. You please do this and you will become happy. And then we chase those suggestions of mind thinking that I will actually become happy. But we have to understand, just like a small child's mind suggests him so many desires. You get this toy, you will be happy. You eat mud, you will be happy. You eat many chocolates, you will be happy. You don't go to school, you will be happy. But all these are harmful desires. And we have seen previously the example of moth. The mind of a moth suggests, oh, this fire is so nice. If you have a closer look, you will be very happy. And the moth loses its life, following the suggestion of mind. Thus, as long as the mind is contaminated by material energy, it is not liberated. One should not listen to the suggestions of mind. So just like following the suggestion of mind in case of child and moth is very dangerous, it is dangerous for every conditioned soul. So the suggestions of mind are because of association. The material desires are actually because of association. We are hankering for this pleasure which a person can only attain in samadhi, when he is absorbed in loving service of Krishna, always thinking of Krishna. In absence of such pleasure in life, then material desires arise in our life. Even we can understand it from the love affairs of this world also. Sometimes people leave all their comforts of rich house and family if the family don't agree for marriage, and the young couple, they live in a very humble circumstances. So why they are able to give up all the comforts of their wealthy families and they are able to live a simple life? Because there is love in life. So we are all hankering for this loving relationship, but real loving relationship can be established only with God. On material platform, it does not stay. So when there is no love in life, then automatically you want certain enjoyment, and then you develop some mental concoction, you develop association. If you associate with tamoguna, you develop tamasic desires. You saw some drunkards and you assumed that they are enjoying. Oh, let me also drink wine and I will enjoy. Let me also smoke, I will enjoy. From birth, we were not having such desire. Oh, let me smoke, let me drink. But we had association of smokers and drunkards, so such desire came into our mind. The students have certain desire. I want to crack this particular examination. Why? This is also mental concoction. We associated with certain people who were preparing or who had cracked those examinations or who gave value to that examination, and then we thought, oh, if I crack this exam, I will have recognition in society and then I'll be happy. And then we started following this thing. It became our desire. So our desires are the result of association. We are hungry for pleasure. Now, in association of such people, one moth saw another moth. Oh, let me also chase fire, and then lost its life. So in such association, we develop mentally concocted desires. And such desires do not actually give us happiness. So a person whose consciousness is absorbed in Krishna, who is in transcendence, he is completely satisfied. And thus, the material desires do not arise in his heart. Therefore, Sarvan Partha Manogatan Prajahati Yada Kaman. He is able to give up all the material desires because he is very satisfied. Just like a man who has eaten till neck in a feast, he does not have any more desire to eat any of the tastiest dishes. Atmannevatmana tushtah sthita pragyastadochyate. Satisfaction is to be found on the platform of self, platform of soul. So we can find enjoyment on the external platform. There is a design, you give sense objects to the senses, and then there will be pleasure on the external platform. But a person who is absorbed in transcendence, who is sthita pragya, he takes pleasure internally. The soul, when it is engaged in the service of super soul, then there is internal self pleasure. Because such a yogi is absorbed in the self pleasure, he does not care, does not feel the need at all to satisfy the senses externally. So this is first symptom. He will not have any material desires. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Prajhati Yada Kaman Sarvan Partha Manogatan Atmani Evatmana Tushtaha Sthita Pragyastadochyate. The blessed Lord said, O Parth, when a man gives up all varieties of sense desire which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness.